situation. Elimination, do or die. It's Leviathan versus Team Heretics. We start on Split. This is the bread and butter map of Leviathan. They got countless wins at it. Many a team has tried to anti-strat them.
And there wasn't very much time for Heretics to figure out who their opponent was. There's Blows with that spam from his heaven position, knows the angles well. But as Team Heretics predict, LEV mostly give them the site, so it's a 4v5 post plan. They've got ideas of pushing screens.
Yeah, a quick little ramp take as well by LEV. They're not messing around. Make sure to rapidly take this one. Giving a lot of space towards CT. Perhaps an indicator as well, hearing a bit of that util being used. This post plan from Heretics could be quite potent. Wall's going to have to get baited out here. Time is of the essence. These seconds are going to get bled off the clock, and it looks like Team Heretics are getting antsy. They want to activate. Oh my! It's Neon just decapitates two of them. Waiting and wondering a little bit too far here. Snappy stuff from Sato. What a hell of a pistol round to kick things off.
It's an incredibly aware retake from LEV. Neon's positioning throws the smoke for his players to go for the ramp retake and holds with immaculate patience. It's not the patience of a rookie player, but that's what you're seeing from him over and over again on many different agents. It really feels like he's a special talent that they found. He can do it all.
Yeah.
He's got that aggression. You'll see that on Lotus with the Jet. But they're such a crucial part of the puzzle. And good game plans from both teams too. Heretics knowing they'll get a free A site. I like the Vice Wall from Benji. I like the screens push, the proactivity. There are many teams that have played well on Split against LEV, and LEV just play better.
There's a reason why this has been their home territory map. Countless times. Neon is going to be tasked of anchoring here against this Eco that's going to be running him straight down here. Koshimaru's looking to see if he can lead the charge all the way forwards, but peeled back and away with the guns in hands. LEV have got players ready and waiting for every possibility. That is flawless. Leading it forwards.
Very clean.
One away from the ult.
Yeah, one away. I mean, he might have wanted an extra little tussle in the middle there because it was so clean from LEV. He wasn't actually allowed to generate his ult online, but as you're saying, he's super quick. Another 2K from Team Heretics players whose spacing is too tight. Strange to see it twice in a row. Sato may well get his ult online for a retake scenario in the midst of this round.
A must-win round here for Team Heretics. You've got the guns in your hands. It's all about which direction you take it now. Mid-control looks to be the name of the game. Bit of spam into the doorway. King's got to be careful here. Orbs up, but instinctual really knew the timing was coming his way. Koshimaru's immediate take towards it's good util. Judge in hand, Spike. Willing to hold this one all the way down. That is brave by Woot. Still forwards. This is disjointed. And Blows is just mopping them all up. No coordination. Team Heretics rushing into the maw. It's still a bit of patience is played, and Koshimaru will catch Blows.
Team Heretics were not ready for the pace of LEV, but good patience towards the end, anticipating that final player. Many layers of bait and switch setups going on, and Heretics come out on top. It's going to be incredibly tough for Neon. 4-0 currently, but with only a Bulldog and no great awareness of where Team Heretics are, should be a chance for the EMEA team to get on the board early.
Shadows traveling.
Wall's going to be triggered. It gives away his position. Not much Neon can do here. TP to obfuscate. Hide where he could be, perhaps, but this is pure discipline being played, and there's guns to be reclaimed. It's a name here for Neon. Is just going to be looking to save for the next.
Plays for the stat line.
Yeah. I mean, well, all plays for the gun.
Team Heretics will be fairly happy about this one. There was a bit of a mess going down there.
Yeah.
They dealt actually very aggressively, very decisively with Spike's judge. I can't believe that Woot challenged that.
I know, it's ridiculously brave, but
then
out.
They scrambled it afterwards. As soon as they killed the second player, they're thinking, surely there's not a third. They'd already dealt with King. Then to find a second judge layer to it, you just don't think about the extra player being down here in vent, but this is the speed that LEV will show you. If you remember back, this is why Paper Rex picked them, because they wanted to play against a team that was that aggressive, that was going to get in their face, because they're comfortable playing that kind of tempo. And LEV did get spanked in that opener.
Had a hard time with it on Ascent. Almost able to pull it back on Lotus, but not enough. That's why they're here. Now, Neon being tested in terms of his anchoring. A lot of util being pulled out of him early. That's just from the Astra util. No one is actually home over towards B main. It's a full evacuation. It forced out the ult from Sato, and he's even looking to see if he can reclaim a bit of space, but peeled all the way back. That ult was going to be running out of juice soon enough. Another mid-take here by Heretics. A lot of pivoting around the map here, but now looking for the refight forwards. They realize that Boo is going to be caught out of sorts, and C's on top of it. And forwards again, Spike with the wall up, and nobody accounting for the corner. Sato just cleaning them up. Lack of awareness again on display here from Heretics. They look to see if they can pick up the pieces, but they're in a 3v5. Spike, sharp is his form. No slowing down, immediate disengage. Doesn't want to give away his life for free.
This is where you see, Brent, the value of the Neon. He's going to take contact again here. He's everywhere.
Place, yeah, he's actually all over the place right now. Prowler sees it swing. Immediate to Benji's dismay. I mean, this is just brutality. You're seeing the individuals reigning here.
What a brilliant round from Spike. The decision-making to go and take this fight after a Prowler detected Boo is brilliant.
Yeah.
And also showcases you why they've stuck to the Neon. Neon is still getting decent pick rate in this tournament, still winning a lot. These are two teams that have absolutely stuck to that identity. Spike versus Koshmaras. They might not go head-to-head very often. We're not talking about Neon versus Neon, but how much value they respectively get for their team, especially on defense side reclears like that, it will make a difference.
Of a fast play over towards this B main angle. It was conditioning before, but this time feels very much real. Sending him flying forwards. A stun as well. A sip for a game. Oh my God! Kings just beaming them all down, and Neon still left to be dealt with. Sitting up towards the back of the site, just a smoke to partition it up. It's a 2v2, very much winnable here for Team Heretics.
Benji could be the hero.
He could be, he needs to square up, and he does indeed. Finds his mark, finds the target that he needed. Now a 2v1, and there's guns to be picked up. Recycled now into the palms of Boo.
This was a light buy.
Still out away.
This was a light buy round, and they're doing such a good job here. Baiting blows in. Yeah. The curiosity.
Hold on, taking a peek. It's quick reactions from Benji. So what a to see from them.
That was beautiful from Benji, fishing the whole round. Such a crucial player there towards the end in that 2v2. Grabs that first kill with the Sheriff, picks up a rifle. How's he done that with 1 HP?
Lightning fast reactions, he's up out of his seat.
Benji and Sato are going to be up a lot. They feed off the energy, not just of the crowd, just of their own game, of the passion that they feel in matches.
Team Heretics now just trailing by the 1 round. Ultimate's close to being built up. Look to send this in many different directions. For now, though, biding their time, waiting it out, listening to Heretics. Are they going to be ready for this refight attempt?
Three on B main.
Spike down B.
Taking orb.
I'm coming to you.
Can mid push.
Yeah, I don't see anyone.
I'm just waiting to smoke. Can I fight for you?
Yes. Wait for me.
Bro, can you do Astra stun here? I think
And I
that's...
reveal this and we pick it.
I'll also smoke this. Wait. You can do it now.
I have Phoenix Flash.
Yeah, Phoenix Flash.
Looking for that one here, already pushed back, postured. Leviathan, that refight into main. Cooked him, and Rian's just looking for ways out of it, but the smoke completely cuts him out of the angles.
It's got to sting for Heretics, being fought in refight styles like this, when that was their bread and butter. The big thing that Heretics innovated in their first year in 2024 was this kind of style where they would refight with flashes. Oh, at that time it was double initiator, so they were using the KO, but here, Sato coming through with the Phoenix Splash on a refight, utilizing the double duelist, it just looks beautiful. There are similarities, there are echoes between these two teams. It is like looking back a little bit to that first year of Heretics. And yet they've spent 3. This year they're first to be able to pick up a trophy in EMEA. Oh my God.
Bit of random spam finding that one blows. Team of the Horn, it is dealt with in time. Happy to concede up this space over towards the A site. Name of the game for LEV here is just surrounding them on multiple fronts.
I think they've got a good read that they're going to be able to get A every time they go in that direction, but the spam is dangerous from heaven.
They're so fast around it. Already a bit of a read here. at least from the pistol round that we saw, they know the Team Heretics were making a play towards that CT angle. This one, though, could be dangerous here, off angle for Woot. Adjustment over the movement, not quite in time. Still nasty shots there. Benji Fishy head clean off there off Spike. King looking to see if he can just sideswipe them. And a complete pinch and collapse. It's all up to Boo, just the sheriff at hand. It's not good enough.
The LEV fans didn't get a chance to be able to see their team at Santiago. LEV instead, left on the outside. Playing scrims, turning up to media events, getting some decent experience against teams like Paper X. And this is what it's for. Turning up in a lower bracket game. This next round is going to be everything, and that's why Team Heretics have hit the panic button, or at least the mild adjustment button.
Yeah.
Because there are forced this early fight towards mid. Woot won't be able to have that level of impact early on.
Yeah.
What have the Team Heretics coaches cooked up?
See the ideas towards it. Looks like a Boombot taking that B main control. Spike's all the way up here. That's an immediate. Oh, this is a fast, rapid takeover towards that heaven angle. But King and Sato just holding down the ground over towards it. And Spike was just sat tight. No idea at all. Showstopper's going to be unleashed, offloaded, but nobody is home. It was mid-control the name of the game, and LEV were happy to just punch back.
Yeah, now you've lost the Steel Garden availability from Benji Fishy too. LEV have got the advantage in numbers.
Prowler. Fast lane to cut this one up.
I think this is all on Boo and the flank through mid.
His kills are to come in now. Woot's individuality is needed. Sharpane, the marksman, but this is a tough fight indeed. Now the overdrive can be faced by this one. Running down, what a prospect that is. Spike. Taking no liberties. It's all up to Boo. Playing from long range, but listen, already half on the diffusers. Win cons being played for and earned out. LEV are fully dominating this.
The strat from Team Heretics completely misunderstands the pace and the aggression that LEV are going to bring to this game. They're throwing a Fade ultimate towards B Heaven. There's 3 players in mid. None of these players are getting hit by that. They're all stepping in front of it, looking to crush one side of your split. And the Showstopper launches its way into sight with no targets. Heretics have a misunderstanding currently of how LEV want to play. And LEV are running away with things. They've now knocked Heretics down onto an eco.
Yeah.
And Benji's ult, despite being great, they're not going to find many opportunities here, you would imagine.
Could be good if they find a couple of picks. Heretics desperately needing to pick themselves up here now. Koshmaras is going to be sending it flying forwards. Bit of a pump fake in terms of what the identity was of the round, but here's Heretics now sending in a different direction over towards this B site. Looking to put the pressure on King. Onto that Raptors position, barely traded out in time. It's more time for Sato to get involved and sidestepping out of Steel Garden. Benji Fishy and Boo. Use the timing to see if they can reclaim a gun or two. Yes, they've got some rifles, a Guardian at least.
Benji was the key player in an eco round like this before. He's managed to find a Phantom and slip into spawn. But it puts a lot of weight on Boo to actually get the spike in the floor.
Yeah, and LEV, look at us, just waiting it out. As soon as they hear the spike tap now, they're looking to see if they can move forwards. The second one is going to be order confirmation they needed. Stun's going to be sent out, ricocheting, flying forwards, and that is the connection they were looking for. Planted into that default position. Benji reveals his hand. It's not planted for him. But everybody's going to be watching for this one. A tap to see if they can drag him way out into the open. 33 HP, just not enough to work with in terms of the health pool that was offered up.
It's another situation there, Brent, where a player gets absolutely bullied by Spike. And it's Boo once more.
Yeah.
Forced to try to stick it so that Benji could possibly clutch. King's done amazing from this position, by the way. Somehow got 2 in the midst of this. But look at this. What is Boo supposed to do there when Spike's able to keep all of his util and just dump it onto you? The Neon is still great. And there is a clear Neon gap right now between these two teams and which one is getting more value. We talk about Spike being young and being fairly inexperienced, but you've got to remember he does have an extra...
They've got to pick up the energy somehow.
And I just mentioned Kosh, he's going to be the tip of the spear over here towards A ramp. But really, you can't put that level of weight on the youngest, rookiest player on your team. He needs help.
Cutting it forwards, though, it's a stun for a stun. Pound for pound, just trying to deny that ramp control, but immediate disengagement. Pit in mid is going to cause problems.
Spike used his counter stun, so now doesn't have that available to punish somebody in the mid or late round. Sato's inside this pit for a moment, thinking that they're going to contest King. Early ramp clear, though, with the Haunt, reveals that Kosh is not stuck around. They're sniffing out that Heretics want to try to peek into this ult in mid.
Yeah. Re-clear with the Prowler on ramp. That's going to be good information for Lev. Knowing that this one is entirely clear.
No charges.
Utah's going to be sent flying forwards, but there's no real commitment to try and clear out this pit. The rest of the pack moving up into B main.
But there's no Neon stun. Oh, Neon pressured early.
Yeah, he's going to be pressured now, and this is where he's really tested as an anchor play, but already calling for reinforcements. Orb's going to be propped up. Attempt to see if they can flood defense all the way in here. The trade on point. Immaculate work. Shots all ringing out, raining true here for Leviathan. And Neon always just being cheeky, adjusting, TPing back and forth. And here's where the discipline again shows itself. Left. No one oversteps, no one overpeaks. It's a crossfire setup that is impossible to get past for Rians.
Immaculate macro from Lev. They have full control of mid with their Viper's Pit. They re-clear with excellent utility coming out of blows. Proactivity, confidence coming out of Spike. They realized the A-ramp pressure was fake. They stacked B. And Heretics' entire game plan here seemed to be, let's get util out of them. There was no stun, there was no snake bite, there was no, stuff to stop them at the door, and yet they still ran into the stack.
Checking the situation.
Heretics are lost right now. They're drowning, they're floundering.
Two more rounds left into the half. A bit of a team flash potentially could pave the way, but that Horn reveals just 2 players. Actually gives a massive indicator. The rest of the pack is moving in a different direction, and King more than ready for it now, but still being assailed from multiple directions. A lot of damage done. Just the 1 kill claimed, but look at how rapid it is. Lev leaving no stone unturned. They're following the action, they're following the heat. Willing to give it to him.
You will get no free space. There will be no avenue of split that they're not willing to fight over. And King dances as he moves during that, overwhelmed by bodies, but did enough for his team to come in and clean up. Spike is 12-4, Sato's 12-5. Meanwhile, players we've seen dominate tournaments before on Duelist years in the past, Wound is 2-11. Heretics need to wake up.
Desperately need to. They're running out of chances. 9-3. It's a possibility if they manage to earn an extra round. A lot of damage being just pumped into them, but that counter spam okay. Kosmaris is right on point. Same with Boo. He's going to be catching the rotates, finally punishing this over-rotation play.
There.
It's an open sight for the taking now. You can get into this post plan with a 2-player advantage. They should be more than set up.
First round where they've had an enormous advantage.
Face your fear.
They don't need to be too proactive.
9-4. Confirmation at least. 1 or 2 players potentially getting tagged. Sato with the ult. It's going to pop this one off now, but to run it back. And Woodham is going to be able to handle this one. More than set up now for this 3rd round that Team Heretics desperately needed for Lev. Biding their time holding it down, still looking for more opportunities. As they're dropping, all it takes is players are swinging together. Heretics are able to put that 3rd on the board.
It's a small piece of driftwood for a drowning man. They managed to pick up that final round of the half, but it is in no way the performance that they were looking for, Team Heretics, in this first half. And you're going into an attack side from Lev that have torn people apart before. This was Lev's pick. This is a map that they're dominant on. Heretics need to find that self-belief, though, that Benji's showing you there.
He's bringing it. The energy is sky high from Benji. They understand the importance of all of it. For now, we're going to be sending it down to the floor. Frankie is standing by on the stage with Jake and one or some of Rian's and Koshamaris' former teammates. Take it away.
I'm joined by Jake, and we've also got Waddle with me. And these
one of these VCT Global trophies. He deserves one at this point in his career, but that's not how it works. You have to earn it together as a squad. And at the moment, they are up against the ropes, and they need players like Rienz to go huge here in this defense half to bring things back.
I was about saying a pissed around. There's necessary stuff here. Benji Fishy, they're going to be aware of this one. He likes to anchor over towards the A site and just be able to disengage away from a lot of this spam coming his way. And Team Heretics themselves looking for a bit of a refight attempt. The C's goes wide. It's a bit of a whiff. Hits the corner of the wall, and this damage is being done. Heretics players are being softened up across the board.
They are, however, expecting a bit of a retreat from Lev. And so they've read this fairly decently. Woot and Riens will have another opportunity to cause some chaos, but the pack that's approaching them outnumbers them enormously.
Uh-oh, here we go. Heretics exploring, but that damage done earlier. Didn't take the most precision out of Neon, but he's still going to fell them nevertheless.
Just hoping that that was an 8 re-hit and they get in some good retake positions. The pistol rounds, a brutal story for Heretics in their game prior.
Yeah.
Rearing its head again.
Tapestry keeps going, doesn't it, with this one? It looks to be another pistol round going away of Leviathan for Benji. 50 HP in a dream. Opposite side of the map in a 1v5.
And this big into Masters London is not how Benji saw the tournament going. Individually, doing fine. Top of the scoreboard. But struggling as a team to be able to find that potential that they showcased in the EMEA.
You need divine intervention, I think. Just going to be trying to play to the most of his outside step with a stun, anticipating as that re-clear. But even the first layer, first obstacle to get past, doesn't go his way. It's Sato. Claims his life, 10-3, another pistol. Added up here for Leviathan.
The way in which both teams are going to have to play in the next map, Bren, very aggressive, double duelist comp mirrors. And I'm starting to get concerned that Heretics are going to be out of it mentally because of how much these players that are going to need to fight, people like Kosh, people like Woot, are just getting trampled on in this game.
Yeah.
Not only is this about split right here, but it's about their ability to perform in the rest of the series too. Great players have short memories, but this will be tough to shake off if LEV convert easily here.
Almost certainly so. They've got an eco stack in the right place, though. There was ever a chance for it. They were waiting for that one, though. The flash and a peek! Lined all the way up. Oh, my!
I'm out of here.
Sato just cleaving through the opposition. Consolation prize is picked up, but that's all you're going to get.
The Heretics players are being toppled like Skittles. Third or fourth time we've seen them lined up, and a LEV player easily knocks them down. They were incredibly ready for Boo. And you know, the same could be said on the other side. I think Heretics were extremely aware that Neon was going to be playing in that same spot, but they just never found the punish.
No.
Their ideas didn't convert into clinical execution in the same way we're seeing from LEV.
Real struggle. Bonus round here for Leviathan, and Sato now earned up that ult from prior. They're going to be keeping it simple. 4-1 setup on the attack side default. King's going to have his watchful eye on the other side of the map, but the rest of them posturing like they want to go towards his B side. A bit of spam, though. Don't pay off here. It's a good kill to claim, especially on Sato. No ult to earn out, but Spike is willing to see if he can even out the scoreline. Bit of spam into the corner. Here's a lot of damage being done, but not really the right gun for the job. DTP still the hard middle. Blows! How is he managing this?
Oh, that's absolutely outrageous.
Pulls it back from the brink. Team Heretics should have had complete control of it.
And now Koshmaris, 3-13.
They've walked in and straight to his own demise. It's King who mops him up now, 12-2-3. It's pure domination. Leviathan on cloud 9.
And Team Heretics forced to eat that humble pie. Having lost Sato at that early, and then still be able to turn that into a B walkout behind his wall. Look at the reaction from the guy.
I can't believe it.
Get him in a co-streamer booth. He might have the time after this one.
It's tough, man. It's tough for Heretics. Gotta feel for him, man. Rough going. Spam. Hunting for the opportunity. Boo being brought down to single digits here. Deep Prowler jump spot. King gets the acknowledgement he was looking for there. Ensued the vulnerability. Okay. Cosmars will pick him up. That's going to cause a speed up now. Leviathan look to make moves forwards, but the Horde not dealt with, and that's just going to be picture perfect. It points out the position of the players. No way to get it past that one. Team Heretics now have to play the retake 4v4, but they don't really have the best guns for it. Swapping it around.
Spike decided not to go for that push into heaven because Sato's already on the wraparound. LEV's job is just to delay.
Must win for Heretics themselves, but they are facing so many obstacles. On forwards, Utah going to be broken. Satchling forwards on top of it, spraying around. Shorty! final blows. Boo's the last one left, and not for much longer. 4-piece to finish here for Spike. Brutal beginning for Team Heretics, but for Leviathan, brimming with confidence and looking for a little bit more as we head deeper into the series.
On Split. Well, I'm just hoping their mentality hasn't been affected by how badly they got outclassed. They should be able to bring the game to LEV, but I liked the way that LEV played their attack side. Neon was a beast in the game against Paper Rex. Admittedly in a loss, but a close loss.
Yeah, close loss. Putting in a lot of pressure over towards this angle. Boo, get involved. Flipping a switch over towards the door. It's a complete crunch, and Team Heretics on the verge. There it is, a pistol round earned. Break that string. Cursed rounds that they were unable to get. Finally one on the board right when they needed it.
It's a great round as well. Not only is it a really good strategy, but they execute it with a lot of decisiveness, a lot of aggression, immediately dispelling any doubts that they were going to come in timid to Lotus. They are here to bring the fight to LEV. We're going to get a high-tempo game by the looks of things, which means we're going to get a lot of those kind of brawls.
Yeah.
And Team Heretics has got to be able to shoot back, got to be able to be in sync with each other in a way that they weren't on Split.
Yeah, the pace that LEV were playing at on Split was a little bit too much for Team Heretics to handle. It's good to see them immediately take in proactivity, decisive with the play. Got to be careful of this one though. Neon is straight up and over, but Benji has got his back. Couple of stray shots there from that Bulldog. More where that came from though. Players just waiting for the right time to strike, but good level of awareness. Koshamaris just dominating smoke that a lot of teams will throw out on the attack. Anything to see if they can lurk in, find a cheeky play off of a timing.
Team Heretics have got quite a few players here that would love to be able to snap up these kills, get their ult going. Looking towards Woot in particular, actually, but he's on the other side of the map.
Hiding away from the Prowler, but Koshamaris is not going to be pushed back off that line. Chops off the head of blows. Looking for a few more here. It's very cautious here by LEV.
These slow mid-rounds are a really important way that LEV like to play. They're fast early on, then they slow things down a lot. You didn't get to see it on Split because we barely watched them play on their attack side. But if Team Heretics can dominate these fast early fights, the skirmishes towards Mound, Rubble, and stunt any attempts at this kind of stuff where they go for the slow walk-in afterwards,
Thirty seconds left.
they'll have proven why they went to Lotus.
Let's go, come on, let's go. Good shit.
Oh, redo that one. All good. Already.
I mean, Sada was left hanging horribly earlier in the tournament, so
really
I'm not going to read into that too much.
No, this is all good, honestly. Compared to what we're used to currently, Team Heretics have a pretty healthy bonus going into this one. It was flawless in the last round. A bit of spam, though. Got to be careful of this one. And Boo might be overstaying it. Yep. He's going to get spammed down into the corner. So, it's a kill claimed here by Leviathan.
Spotted entirely. That position's so dangerous. When you get spammed, you actually leave a little mark on the wall, and they just know that he's there.
Rotations, though. Team Heretics going to be reinforcing up towards C. Trying to poke out where this Vice wall is. That's why Sada was just walking up to it. One satchel as well, removing a bit of the util.
It's very calm, very patient from LEV, actually. King calling quite a defaulty style here early on, but this is what they like to do whenever they get into an advantage position. And without smokes, Team Heretics are going to find it very difficult to pull off a retake if LEV find that open side of the map that right now is over towards A. But they've got no interest in lurking over there.
No.
With no Viper in the comp, it is hard when you don't open Rubble to go back in that direction. Heretics with the right read.
Yeah, stack of bodies here could do some real damage and more. Heretics, got to be ready for it. The dog's going to be broken nice and early. Deep dash. Neon inside the smoke, but doubled up here. Players are ready for it. The nade towards the back door, not anticipated, and Wood's going to be going down. Spike's just chasing down his adversaries. Door opens up here. Sharp shooting from King. Puts Koshamaris into his grave.
Heretics had the right read on the macro, but LEV with a really good exec. Take a look at how this util goes in onto Woot. Yeah, there's that spam that you see killing Boo early on. But Woot is getting flashed, he's getting thorns, he's getting naded. He does not get a chance to play that round. And now into the next. We get to see something we've only seen glimmers of so far, the Koshmaris Odin. This is a speciality that he's been running a ton in EMEA. He picked up the Ares 1 round on split. Got a kill with it.
In a fast lane, flip of the switch as well, going to be called for here. LEV are going to be hearing a lot of this, but refighting for the A main control looks like to be the name of the game. They want to try and take this fight forward. It's a good flash. Dash to the side. It's all compounding now with a util. Augmenting this hit, and Koshmaros, let's see if he can do anything at all. The Odin. Right, 2 over the job, just takes away 2, but not quite enough. It's still a player advantage for LEV. Open access now towards that A site.
Benji would have to be a monster to be able to take this round away, but it's a 1v3. It might be winnable.
B3 just going to try and isolate some of these fights, given an opportunity just for the one. He'll creep ever closer here, fully healthy. But look at this setup here from LEV. Contacting all the way. Benji's got to try and play this one with intelligence. No cues given away. Flash as they choose to fight it. I mean, it's smart stuff, but King just snaps onto the angle regardless.
Too many bodies and too much discipline from Leviathan there, backing up into a great anti-clutch setup. Sado plays towards the crowd. This strat though, this tactic, not one that I've seen from LEV before. I don't remember them doing a delayed rubble reflight, you know, 10, 15 seconds into the round. The timing's unusual. You expect, from Team Heretic's perspective, for them to either be off barrier scrapping towards rubble, or doing that, I guess, really late in the round. Completely caught them. The paranoia and Neon being aggressive. So difficult to hold on to.
Perfect utility.
Team Heretics are on an eco. Woot goes and snatches up that orb. 1 away from a showstopper. And they're stacking the right spot again, but LEV are already in.
Yeah, much faster now. LEV, not messing around. Heard a lot of that util being used, I believe, outside A main. They want to call for the speed up, the right reaction, but can they deal with these players just sitting tight towards the back of the side? Sado always walking all over them. Benji trying to do his best yet. That's 4 already for the young gun. Sado. If he wasn't close to the orb before, he definitely is now. And we're seeing Koshmaros with best intentions, but only the shorty. Overdrive's going to be popped off, but the crossfire setup just completely obliterates his chances.
And Sato playing to the crowd again. He's such a showman. You know, we've got some great personalities here at Masters London. Benji may have came into this tournament thinking that he was the hometown hero, thinking that the crowd would constantly be on his side, but it's been unexpected heroes here at London. Koshmaros picks up the operator.
It's interesting. Did this before in a Vitality game. He's trying to take a fast timing, potentially to land a shot onto Neon, but Neon's got an op of his own. It's going to be squaring up, anticipating the updraft, and comes out of reaction times here, but posted up, Koshmaros. He's going to be favored there, especially with Neon peeking into him.
Yeah, nice crouch position.
Let's take a listen into LEV.
Fique muito bombeado. Aham, abre a porta e sai aqui. Aí chega a tua comentaria. Apagou. Que isso? Tá, árvore, o homem.
Preta.
É o pelinho que serve. Tá bem difícil, gato.
Tinha um cara na caixa da barreira.
Homem A ainda.
Well, I can't lie, every time we do a listening, it feels like the team's cursed to lose the round. But all good. King and Blows will do their best in a position like this. Team Heretics, though, not willing to let it slip.
I think if LEV can even apply pressure to draw out the showstopper, that would be a win in a round like this. 2v5.
Blows considering it, at least with the flash. Forwards, gets a connection. Nods from there, showstopper. Tries to place it up close here, but Woot just takes him out.
I think that's a silver lining, Brent.
Yeah, it really is.
I don't think that's bad for LEV in that spot.
2v5 and you're pulling ults out.
Heretics, though, they put quite a lot of pressure on as if they were going to be over towards rubble, and I think that just threw off what LEV's idea was for the round. King the IGL, the last one left standing, he's going to look to try to save this gun.
10 seconds left.
Nobody on Team Heretics has money in the bank. Not worth trying to take a challenge against the guy. But Heretics will be happy about that one, even if it did cost him an arm and a leg. At least you've got showstoppers expended on both sides, you know? Yeah. It's not the worst situation to be in.
Still staying competitive. It's nice work by Boo. Right in the middle of the listening when we were paying attention to this one, but the util was perfect.
One enemy remaining.
Plays off his own paranoia well. 3-3 here. Heretics looking like they don't want a hard fight over towards this A rubble control, but they might go for the C's nade. Doing that a lot. They've got that util primed and ready. We'll see if they get any catches.
Boo's also just shown himself on A and now moves over to C. Just mixing up where that paranoia is going to be. What an ult towards the back.
Okay,
He's going to stick it.
Cuts this up over towards the staircase. Hold on, this plays way out to the open. Neon's the one to deal with it. Still these anchoring spots and positions. It's Rians. Backs against the wall. Alongside Boone. He needs a bit of a bailout now because he is way out into the open. There's no form of help arriving. Not right now. This is fast and loose. Boone attempted a timing. He just gets the one. What a trade is in sight once more.
Again, Team Heretics are left in a player disadvantage retake spot. Benji's got an ult in hand. He's had this for a while, but there's just no opportunity to invest it.
What chances do you have?
They're going to have to call this one off. Koshmaris with the op does not want to risk it. He's a player with no money. And LEV are going to get what was, to be honest, a fairly easy one, frankly.
Yeah.
Spike's ultimate just put Woot in such an uncomfortable position. He was guaranteed to go down either way, but I think it is a bit worrying that players of Woot's caliber, they're struggling to take one with them in situations like this. I'm not saying that he's favored. He really isn't. But when you have players of this caliber who've been winning in EMEA, they literally lifted a trophy just a couple weeks back. You expect them sometimes to do the unexpected, to pull the miracle out.
A lot of pressure that was being placed on him.
Yeah, I mean, it's an insanely tough shot to hit.
Seeker's in the front, Omen ult in the back.
And Neon's movement, he's always jumping as he takes an engagement to throw off the crosshair placement. It's crazy how good this guy is on such a large range of agents.
Yeah.
He's known for the chamber. You haven't even seen that yet.
We haven't. It's unbelievable flexibility that's demanded of him as a player, yet he's to their opponents that he play against, but then you also have to get past the hurdle of the individual aimers. LEV, they got hitters in every single role.
It's the kind of thing we used to say about Team Heretics, but I think the game has just got better and better and better in terms of the talent and how mechanically good they are.
Yeah. So we see backside of the Team Heretics timeout is actually LEV that want to take this one all the way over towards the B site. Completely open here, just a bits and pieces of util. The Thorns that were layered down to see if they can delay this take all the way forwards. What a shot by Sato, still overwhelmed now by that util. Still Guardian going to be finding a multitude of value forwards, and that shorty not good enough. Just pointing towards the toes. Can't do much about that. Still, big player advantage. And this,
who's thinking about it?
Neon, he's just slipped it all the way through. Takes the path through heaven, and now it's going to be assailed again from multiple directions. But the movement, oh my goodness! How is he getting away with this?
He is unbelievable. What on earth are Team Heretics doing running at him like that as well?
They knew he was there.
Just giving away so many sound cues, making it easy for him to hold the angle. And he's on it again for Rians.
Sharp as anything. It's pure filth. Made manifest, I was just talking about it. Yes. If you get past the ideas, the elements that they might be going for, they had a very nice protocol, Team Heretics here. Ultimates to use when that B hit came through. But the individuality, they couldn't get past Neon.
He's already by far and away our Rookie of the Year candidate in Americas. I challenge you to find a better rookie that's playing like this year.
No one's coming close.
Who are you looking at? Sayonara maybe from Vitality? Maybe Team Heretics' job at this tournament is just to get whacked by rookies.
Apparently.
Retrieving flash.
Got to get in control of the game somehow, and a forced fight over towards it. Koshmaris is not set up with any form of util. Just hoping that the sharpshooting of the Sheriff might pay off. Benji tries to help out. He's traded, though. 3v3, you can't scoff at it. Team Heretics have wins and ways to get back into a round like this.
LEV, though, they're just going to pump the brakes. They're going to make it so difficult for Team Heretics to figure out where they're going. Boo's position is good, and LEV don't have the easiest answers to go in there and push him around, but Boo is also one of the weaker individual players. I'm not sure if they go and challenge him, Boo's going to be able to come up with the double kill, triple kill to win the round. They are kind of relying on things going into Woot and Rians.
Just holding for now, though, pinging out the weaponry.
They would be guessing correctly too, Heretics.
Yes.
They had a round like this earlier, though, and LEV's execute was too good. This time, though, no duelists available. Now it's going to be harder.
Bit of clearance into the corner here. DTP a spike. Csto's going to be stopping in his tracks and just need a bit of bailout and help from the rest of the team. The Brumbo's going to be committed. That's an ult from them. Okay, Nightfall's going to be used towards the back of the side. It's Woot quickly overwhelmed. Spike matters into his own hands here, and Rian's twisting, turning, wondering which direction to look in. Does cut away the sound cues for the fast rotate, and Boo, and accounted for, up onto that flank here with a Sheriff. It's Rian's just really trying to keep a steady hand, steady aim in the moment. Not good enough. Spike's movement just offsetting where those shots were going. The plan into backside is going to make it all the more difficult now. Budo does pick up the weapon. Rifle in hand is going to make the most of it.
He's also got a flash if he finds out where these left players are positioned. But I think it's really tough here.
Cover going out.
And Heretics need this. They need something.
Again, he's going to reveal his position now with a paranoid that sent flying forwards. Time is going to start to tick rapidly at this point. He realizes he's going to make a go for it now. No messing around, fully running around inside the smokes. It's good, adjusting forward, the pre-fire not quite. 1 HP. Diffuse now, stuck half, all the way. Boo, boo, boo. He's making the play. And that is outrageous stuff.
Well, that there is experience versus mechanics, isn't it? Dropped down to 1 HP. I don't know if he misunderstood where the spike was planted or deliberately threw that just to make it more difficult, chop up certain angles, but he's trying to stick that with no smoke on the spike as well.
Nope.
But he just full sticks it through. Heretics needed a miracle. And some divine intercession has landed right in their lap, courtesy of Boo. Woot now picks up the op instead of Koshmaris, but he's on the opposite side of the map. LEV have been opening C a lot.
Sending it rapidly over towards this area. Flashes up and over towards the top there alongside that nade. It's a much deeper Vice Ward. It's going to be delaying potentially forward towards the back of the side. It's a flood defend. Benji stands a test. He's put under a tremendous amount of pressure, yet still coming up with the goods. It's a 3-piece for him in a round. Many more bodies, but that came from 2. Team Heretics have complete control over towards C. They have stunted the hit of LEV.
Benji's been the one player for Heretics who's actually been able to find value whenever he's been contested. But LEV haven't got into him very often. He'll be relishing more moments like that, begging for him.
Yeah, bringing the fight to him. His individual form has not been lacking.
LEV are dangerous in 2v4 spots if you give them anything.
They definitely are. It's what we saw. I mean, Heretics were committing ults in the 2v5 earlier. It's how much pressure this LEV team do exert. Yeah, that will make it a little bit nicer. Blows handed an uneasy task, an impossible one. At that now, 5-5. Heretics clawing their way back in.
2 enormous rounds could not have landed at a better time for Heretics. Benji with 3, the adjustment on Spike, glorious. And it may well have saved this half for them. LEV is still going to have some money to be able to work with here. Rest of the half looks all right. Here's a timeout, though.
Yeah.
Tag timeout taken kind of late, actually, there in the day from Leviathan. There's 2 rounds from Boo with ice in his veins and defense from Benji, the 2 at the top of the scoreboard. As Woot and Rians, the bigger names, continue to have a little bit of a struggle.
See Woot, he's got the operator in his hands here. Deep TP though into the back. This is a fast play. He's going to be cutting up the angles. A full stick might be punished. Yes, indeed. Koshmaris is straight onto the line. Perfectly played through the door, slipping a net. That's going to be caught by Benji Fishy. They've laid out the trap. Leviathan just walking directly into it, and the wiser towards it. Even the shots just not going their way. Heretics, they slap LEV back down to earth. They ground them in a round like that.
There's been an enormous swing of momentum here. Heretics have not been themselves at Masters London, and these last 3 rounds, maybe they're remembering who they really are.
Yeah.
This was fast, it was decisive. They got in, it felt a bit more like round 1. You know, they know exactly what LEV are doing. And they have a strategy to deal with it. As I said, though, LEV have still got the money to be able to buy up for the rest of this half, so another opportunity to tie things level, or for Team Heretics to take a sizable lead.
Yeah, might be another correct read as well from Heretics. They've got 3 players postured towards that B site. Leaving Benji Fishy to his devices. Trust in him. Not misplaced with the way that he's been playing.
It's another mound open from Leviathan, but this time they leave King lurking over towards A, so they have options maybe to look to sneak back in. He's looking for a little bit of information on that A side, just audio information. But it is hard for LEV to try to get back in on that side of the map.
The later Leviathan played us as well, the worse it's going to be for them with Woot's showstopper. Pace might be required. Boo Very deep TP, and that's just purely for information. Didn't see anything up towards that rubble angle.
There.
Schmar's going to be taking point.
King's giving them an option to pivot away from this C hit if it doesn't work. Wow. And Woot's showstopper.
Okay, there it is, immediately unleashing it directly into the corner. Blood being drawn out, a horn reveals 2. 30 seconds left. Where the hell do you go if you're Leviathan? Flipping a switch, but you are panicking at this point.
Yeah, King didn't even keep the space on A, so Neon and Blows can't go back to him.
Not anticipating it at all here. You have big ults to utilize, but only 20 seconds to do so. Off into the corner, Neon finds it, still 30 HP. Whittled it down, still guarded. Now going to be used. Execution style, this is the shorty brought out. Boo's going to be overwhelmed swiftly because Mars straight in there, knifing! Stabbing away at the back. It's not even necessary at the end of the day, but 2-round lead for Team Heretics. Exactly what they needed. The energy palpable from this squad now, the self-belief evident.
What has Benji been teaching the boys? Koshmaris, I know it's London, but that was ambitious. What a great defensive recovery from Team Heretics. These last 4 rounds have been exactly what the EMEA fans needed to see from their top team.
Giving us a proper game.
They're back in it. They're favored even.
Back in it. We'll see if they could take it all the way to Ascent in map 3. The second half of Lotus going to be coming up.
Another pistol here. They'd be feeling great about their chances, but the way things have been going in London, it's not looking pretty.
That's been tough. Losing out in that fashion here. Heretics going to be taking over a bit of a split approach. Schmars just seeing if he can get a bit of information, but the one-way looms up, denies him of that chance. Flipper's going to be on the switch there to the door, taking B main control, this time over towards A to scuttling and scurrying at the footsteps. Couple of bullets also whistling past, and King might be looking for a timing. Hold on, body blocks that one. Oh my god, what is this? Taking the play. The matters into his own hands there. Just a 1-for-1 before the trade is in sight, and now a pivot into a different direction. Over towards the B site, slow going though. It's contact plays all the way for Heretics, and they've got themselves deep back control. Spike. Level of awareness here. Holding tight, the plant's going to be going down with no real pushback.
Boo still has a paranoia for post here.
They're going to be fighting this one surely. Hold on, that's Util out into his hands. The most unfortunate timings, but Spike is going to be paying the price as a result of it. Neon, deep dash. Cuts up the angles, but he's still hunting, searching for a couple of these heads. Hold on, his discipline! Slev just biding their time, and suddenly it's brought into a 1v2. Kosmaros, all in his hands. High-low setup being played, dashing, sliding forwards. Makes the best of a foul moment there. It's all LEV at the end of the day, and a pistol round claimed under their belt.
I love the idea from Heretics. I think the way that they played that round, making it really difficult for LEV to know where they were ending. But the challenge from King, into 3 players and he gets one? Wild. And then this retake.
One enemy.
Sato blows a Neon in.
Last player standing.
And they put a lot of pressure on Heretics there. It's too much to ask of Kosh.
Just devious. Devious replay.
Again, Kosh though, he's at the top of the scoreboard now. He's got more kills just on Lotus than Woot's had in the entire series so far. You know, there are issues here for the Heretics players that you expect to step up. And they need to show that same level of brilliance that is being echoed across other players at this tournament, other players in this match.
Where are you?
Full reinforcements there, Kosmaros. As an outlaw, as full armor. Not too many half-armor targets though waiting on the other side of things here. It's just Neon and Spike will be susceptible to it. They're really fully investing into this one, not wanting to let it slip away by trying to min-max the economy.
Yeah, I mean, if you see that your opponent likes to do this kind of thing where they force by the outlaw, then makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Let's see how this one goes. Team Smoke up onto the staircase.
They are really contacting.
Yeah, trying to threaten, and that's 2 shots. It will bring down King in the end, still aware of it now. Position away here, Eddie is up with a Bulldog, blows. It's not really that favored into that line of sight. It's going to be taking a lot of damage. Still trying to weave in and out, but it could be given opportunities here for Heretics to get back into it. They have a player advantage. Pump fakes now, but now an overwhelming amount of util kitchen sink being lobbed towards the back of the site. Koshmars is straight there with the rest of the pack. Moving forwards here. This is good from Heretics. Still need to get the spike down, though. Playing it safe. Towards that default angle. Needs to be covered in time. Koshmars is going to be going down. And the players are being picked apart to pieces. Weaponry picked up, though. Rians with a stinger. He makes the best of it. Brings it into that 2v2. Trying to play the crossed-up setup here with a wall and that double face, the 3-2-1. That is great proactivity. Dropping down, though. It's now Neon versus Benji. Big gun in his hands here with the rifle. Trying to ISO these fights out. Sound cues being made. It's Neon just trying to pull Benji way out into the open. He's not one to be working with this gun. Neon gets half. He's already earned himself potential win cons even more. Look for the second tap of it, and he's finally found where this player is. 6 bullets remaining. It's all he needs. We'll get that defuse online, but my God, was it costly.
It is a good eco round for Heretics, but when it comes down to a 1v1 like that, when it's so winnable in the 2v2, it's just heartbreak for the EMEA squad. Neon's so skilled, man. That drop down to deal with Riens is spectacular. And because he likes to fight, because he's an aggressive, confident, mechanical player, Benji doesn't think the first tap is him getting half. It puts him in much more of a difficult position. But the economy, you are right, it did do a lot of damage to LEV. They're coming into this with what's essentially an eco, just relying on Neon.
Fully invested into the anti-eco. What a shot by Woot. Okay. Aggression. Full on opting into the C-mount fight. Gonna punish the Leviathan players entirely for it.
That is the kind of thing you need to see from Woot. If he can get his legs under him here on the attack side, this might be a very different game. Showstopper online as well.
That's exactly right. Earned that up from the plant. They are going to be in a prime position to take this even further forwards.
It might sound crazy, but I think that might be the first fight that Woot has won against Neon. They've fought against each other a ton in this series so far.
He's been struggling to have impact.
But now he's got the showstopper, and he is the playmaker moving forwards into this round. He can crush the LEV economy here. With a good game plan from Boo and a good ult from Woot.
Opted in to the A fight, perhaps.
Heretics could catapult themselves into the lead.
I cook them. Nade, flash, haunt up and overhead. Doesn't ping out any of the players, the opposition. Leviathan just going to peel all the way back. Fading like they're fighting. Neither side seems to be too interested in it. Boo's going to be still holding on to a lot of this space. Rians wants to really sell this one. I think the pack would still be remaining around this A site.
Boo's calling so far has been lovely as well. He's given them zero opportunity to find out where they are around the map. It's been extremely quiet. And they've been testing the very limits of where LEV are holding. LEV are going to have to start adjusting and looking to re-challenge, re-fight into some areas. The kind of stuff that was working really well for them on Split. Trailblazer goes out and grabs him a bit of information here on A. And that's going to allow King to lean over with Neon. But they still don't know that this pop is about to hit.
Yeah, and here it is. Nightfall, flash forwards, going to be dodged in time. Thorns to potentially play around. Neon's trying to really square up, draw blood out of them. Koshmars, though, so they slipped all the way into that back of sight. Showstopper, extra element going to be thrown into the mix, and a bit of a pre-fire into the corner. Guessing game, still gets the job done. Full side control into the post plant. Your Thorns are going to be layered down on top of it. Heretics in a great position here. LEV just contacting all the way in, not using any util. They haven't even revealed that they've already walked all the way forwards. It's a double flash in through the back of the side. Sato adjusting his aim in time forwards again, but that's going to be the overdrive. Popped off Woods. What a time to activate!
He can be the difference maker in this game. If Woot decides that this is a match he wants to win, a tournament he wants to stay alive in, he can make all the difference here, at least on Lotus. Neon struggled to find that first engagement that they were looking for. Koshmaris up through the back. And Woot cleans house. Boo's done a good job as well in both of these post plants at saving his paranoia. Great piece of utility to use. LEV's economy mangled. Neon, though, one away from getting a Blade Storm online. So they're going to try to push Heretics out early here.
All in fight again towards that A main space. TP cuts it up, cross to the side, and not accounted for. Boo's just straight there. All was picked up in the midst of all of this, so Neon does have the Blade Storm to use, but... Okay, looking for round 2. Flash forwards, updraft to see if he can catch any stragglers. What is that?
My God.
Slimmest of margins. Rian's just going to be decapitated. Hold on, Koshmars is up next. This is getting a little bit testy now.
I mean, Benji has possibly won the round for you with this lurk, and yet Neon has still found 2 targets over towards Rubble.
It's going to hand over a couple of guns, isn't it?
If they're too noisy, though, these thorns are going to get popped, and it's going to slow things down and give Neon another chance to contest at Waterfall.
He's deaded it, but I don't think you're going to realize that Benji has worked all the way into the back of sight.
Cover going out.
It's a good smoke control over towards C. It is. Blocks off the Waterfall angle. Boo's going to commit to the plant.
Planted.
Everyone has their job to do, though, on Team Heretics' side.
It's the guns that have been dropped as well.
Yeah.
Now picked up by spikes and blows.
One of the biggest problems, 2 shots going wide there from the Outlaw. That could have been paying absolutely everything. Slicing and dicing his way through, just 1 blade left. He's not going to get that reset in time, but players are toppling. It's all up to Boo now. That rifle handed over could just be spelling defeat and doom. What is that? Unreal work from Neon. Just when you thought that Team Heretics are going to have a chance to run away with one of these maps, gain a sizable lead, it's LEV who answers straight back.
Heretics have done the hard part, getting themselves into this situation. What is that shot?
That's just ridiculous.
I mean, you could also argue, why are Team Heretics challenging this? You know that he's got the knives, he's the danger player, but also look at the quality of the shots that he's hitting.
Yeah, I mean, Neon has been given the slimmest of margins to hit those shots, and he's delivered.
They are a dangerous team, and a MasterCard Thrifty has just brought them back. Within sniffing distance here on Lotus, 8-9. Heretics, they've been opening towards A the majority of these rounds. Now, looking towards a fast C-pop.
TTP, who's going to be cancelling that one? Didn't feel like it was safe enough to hard commit into it, but he does clear that backside control, so it lets Team Heretics work their way all the way in.
How do you win a post plant here against Sato's Showstopper? Heretics are going to have to be aggressive somewhere.
Yeah, fighting aggro might have to be the name of the game. Waterfall control. Posturing like they wanted to take some level of it.
They're going to threaten like they were pushing Waterfall, but actually just leave that deep wall there. Really nice, really intelligent, but they still haven't got an advantage prior to Sato going for the retake.
Not going to be broken. Nade rebounds into the corner. Spike. Paranoia is going to be ready now, and it's going to be sending it flying forwards. Here it is, Showstopper. Rapids right into the corner. The collateral damage might have almost been done. Softened up the opposition. It's a good trade, though, by Woot, and he is on a sliver of HP. Moving forward steadily at that. The team is just trying to take this one with as much coordination as possibly can. Lev, the shooters this time not hitting. It is all Heretics. Holding it down into the post. The 2-round lead still theirs.
Benji, the blood sacrifice for Heretics to hold on. Important kills there towards the end as well. There's a smoke down on the spike. There's pressure in constantly. The early peaks made all the difference. And Boo comes up with 2, unfavored in the final fight, but King could not find it in the IGL battle. Pressure is back onto Leviathan and their economy. Sato's bringing a Guardian into this round. I think Team Heretics, Boo, they're doing a much better job at giving themselves options to pivot around, creating pressure in multiple areas around the map. But Lev are not buying it this time.
Not quite. Very quick in terms of Trailblazers going to be used to re-clear that B main control. King's going to be spotted out here. Prowler forwards and just walking up, using the fast lane as a bit of coverage fire. King might not even anticipate the backside control. He's already lost it. Still, he sees the traces, spoils it out. Guardian spangling away, just couldn't reset it in time, and it's Team Heretics. Again, they swarm the opposition, and the attempt at a flood defense is dismantled.
I love how fearless Koshmaris is playing in this map too. Found his feet here.
Hold on, what is this?
Showstopper rip, just in case Neon and Spike were here.
It's an all expended.
They're just trying to get the plant down.
Yeah, just trying to see if they can earn themselves a bit of space. Wrapping around the side. Yeah, that rocket's not going to be finding its mark, but quite telling, I think, of the mentality of Heretics. They are feel like they have to use everything.
Yeah, a bit of fear there.
Just to keep a foothold, a handhold into this map. Just want to get out. Neon still alive and active, and that means that anything is possible. Planning towards the back. He's already earned himself the 1 kill. Trade is there. Rapid, though. Spike still on top of it all. Looking to see if he can earn himself half. A bit of spam, though. Would solve the issue momentarily. 11 rounds now for Team Heretics.
Kosh deserves a lot of credit for the way that Team Heretics are playing here. You heard his former teammate typing him up in that previous map. Even when he was getting destroyed, even when they were getting horrendously outplayed, in Neil's own words, But here now in more comfortable territory, he's playing really intelligently too. For a rookie player that's coming in,
Let's go! Let's go! Come on! Let's go, baby.
the way that Boo's asking him to mix in these faster rounds with some of the slower tempo contact plays, they get ready for a C-pop, they wall up, he walks in.
Yeah.
No sound cues makes it incredibly difficult for King to figure out where he's going to be getting pinched from and the timings involved.
Oh, yeah.
America's landing a big blow early with that 13-3 on split, but Heretics has still got that dog in them. LEV, they won that Mastercard Thrifty earlier on because Neon was able to get his Blade Storm online. This one, there's Guardians abound, but Neon's not one of those players with one in hand.
It's a classic idea. A lot of teams run it when they not going up against the Viper, but the smoke will cut off the line of sight regardless, and now we pivot into the B side. In through the blue room, that's going to be a Nightfall. Going to give you peace of mind that a lot of this is clear, but Spike sidesteps the Prowler, sidesteps the ult. He's only got a Guardian though. Spam is not going to be called for here. Couple of straight shots into the corner. It's making it awkward, making it testy here. Rian's not feeling safe that he can get this plant down, but finally now, hard committing. The nade's going to be sailing up and overhead, a lot of damage done, and that's softened up target. Koshmar's going to be brought down to heal. In the back pocket, Neon brought back up to 100. Pressure onto the flanks is going to be mounting too. This push and pull LEV. Pretty amazing when it comes to these B retakes, even with the weaker weaponry now, but they just need to find these shots and the target still landing them forwards. The rifles into the hands of Wood this time, making it sing. Nailed rebound, Saddle pushing forwards, adjusting still, and that is just ridiculous! How has that happened? Saddle's died to a nade from a player that expired moments ago, and Benji wins what should have been a 1v2. The Red Bull clutch. Take a look at this again. LEV had done such a good job, actually, of applying pressure to this. Sado sits inside the nade, trying to play patiently. Not wanting to step into Benji Fish's sightline, but also not realizing that nade was rolling down the stairs underneath his toes. Not long for the world there. Brought it into the 1v1. Benji good enough to play off the back of it. Brings Team Heretics up to 12 on the cusp now, sending it all the way to Ascent. Dash, it's going to be primed here. Neon is under that pressure! Oh my! Just skewers the opposition and a flick of the wrist, why not? Fancy stuff all around and quick shooting. On point from Neon. It's not going to make it that easy for Team Heretics.
They get up to map point, and Neon shows you that you still got to fight. Koshmaris and Rians turned into a cabal.
Yeah.
Absolutely brutal. The amount of times we've seen that from Team Heretics where their spacing is just a bit too good. They're right on top of each other, lining up. Kosh is going for the Ares. We see him with these kind of guns, Ares, Odin with the Neon. Weird stuff that he's formulated.
All players looking to fight as well from LEV though. Fast lane, up angle as the door is opened up. Gives him access to a sight line. Neon stun's going to be collapsing. Also going to be offloaded though, and this is over towards the B side. Cosmarch is trying to create that sound pressure. LEV not buying it though. He had a stack of bodies ready and waiting over towards the B side, and now desperation as Team Heretics will move over towards C. Big ultra could be utilized, but with a player disadvantage, they probably want a little bit more than that.
The spike is not committed to the C-walk. Team Heretics have done this a lot, where they try to contact into space that they think is going to be a little weaker, a little open.
Retrieving flash.
But Boo doesn't have his ult to be able to reconnect with the rest of the team. He's going to have to make it a bit noisy.
Cover going out.
Decision time here for Team Heretics.
LEV
Go for this one here.
LEV are finding themselves bunched up a little bit passive positions, but they're going to be in a good spot to retake towards C as soon as the confirmation comes in.
3v5 is going to be opted into here. The plan goes down. Spam not finding too much. Still a 3v5 though. This Horn fly forwards. It is dealt with. Broken in time. Smokes to cut off the angles. Deep flash confirms nobody is backside here. The rest of Team Heretics is going to be playing this one shoulder to shoulder. It's going to come down to seeing how sharp are their shots. Neon, hold on, slicing through them. Playstorm in hands, making it awfully tricky. Squaring up the Rians, leaves it into the hands of Boo. Can't get it done, but my God, did they pressure them.
Rien's almost delivers it on a platter for Team Heretics. That's a second opportunity at closing out Lotus. And Lev come through with the goods. This vice wall that King had put over towards B really ruined what Heretics were going for here. They were trying to make it fake, feel like a rubble fight, pop into B. That's a disaster, but we won't speak about it. Where did Rien's get the 3K from?
That's ridiculous.
It's incredible stuff.
Unreal spray control.
What a pity that Boo couldn't convert. Because now Team Heretics have no weapons to work with.
Yeah, that's why I was talking about it. I was surprised they could have made the decision to save those guns. It's forced out. There's always ways for Team Heretics to win. Always ways for them to convert and bring it all the way to Ascent.
But of course, the worst case scenario would be they think it's winnable, expend the ult bank, and then go into round 24.
Always the risk is a balancing act. It's up to them to piece it together to see what they can get. With the spam into the corner, Woot is way up into the sky. Shot down like a clay pigeon. Sato, though, surely going to be going down here. Yes, Util's good alongside that overdrive. Kosmaris going to be mopping up a couple of pieces of the opposition forwards, though. That is insanity by Spike. Insane with the reaction times. Prowler forwards, anticipating the re-swing. Lev, they can't be stopped.
They've mowed down Team Heretics here again. 3 rounds in a row. But the silver lining is, for the EMEA squad, they didn't invest those important ultimates. It was only Kosmaris on an eco round, using the Neon ult. Very reasonable. Very economical.
And still more than a few opportunities now in this round coming up to convert it, prevent it from going to OT.
They're doing a B and C default here. Looking to try to push Neon away if he was opping in an aggressive position. Threatening the B pop, but there's a ice wall there. It's going to be a fake B pop into C by the look of things.
Immediately force out the Seekers. Lev are not messing around. They are following the sound cues.
They need to bait this vice wall without getting anybody killed.
Biding their time for now, anticipating there could be a refight from Lev.
It's very passive positioning from Lev on the A side of the map. I don't like it.
No,
they've lost all of that info.
All the control very early on. It's because none of the Seekers are moving over there.
But at the same time, the vice wall at B not being tripped.
Dogs.
Close
Okay,
one's
it's
a
going to get
fight.
the spot. Yeah. He's trying to square up. I think he realized that Boo was potentially isolated, but he's going to play a bit more patiently now. And back towards the A side. Heretics getting the right read.
What a round to go and re-explore A. It's so difficult, and yet this is the one round Lev are nowhere near.
Yeah, and has pulled all these players away with 40 seconds remaining, but they may have realized, hold on, we may have over-rotated. Now they're hard committing. Playing all the way around towards it.
Boo, what a masterclass.
It's being sold by the smokes. The door being flipped. That's Kosmaris as well. This is fully saying that there's a presence over towards A. It has evacuated the C site. Extra layer on top though with Nightfall. Just so they're not second-guessing themselves alongside the showstopper 2. Neon, he's posted up forwards! How is he hitting that? Didn't even look like he was aiming towards that point, yet still he takes Woot out.
Benji's ultimate, absolutely critical here. Biggest tool to save Heretics.
He's going to be waiting for the util to be used here to just delay, bleed some extra seconds off the clock, and there it is. Utilized now, it causes that full evacuation out. Lev, they're going to have their weapons taken away. Rapidly looking to reassert themselves here with their player advantage situation. Heretics trying to play up close here. Chances at IoT to take it all the way to map 3. Wall's going to be triggered. Thorn's already deaded. It's so damn awkward already here, but Heretics, they can just pluck them to pieces, pick them apart with the rifles in hands, the time ticking. It's forcing the play into their hands right now, but Leviathan, they need more. They need absolute brilliance, and it's just not on display. For Heretics, they take control and they send it all the way. We are going to Ascent.
MEA. And yet Lev got spanked by Paper X on this map, which they might have legitimately thought they were the best in the world coming into the tournament. And they found out. They found out early. How much have they learned, and how much can Team Heretics play in a similar way to put that pressure on?
Well, it feels like a bit of a hard read here. Team Heretics fully contacting all the way up until they get towards the doorstep. A site completely open. They're sort of taking it. Did use bit of util, bits and pieces. The dart was committed, but it's going to be a plan into the back of the site and a full retake played for.
They actually still have really good post-plant util. Neon stun, paranoia.
Yeah. Budo not really in a position to use it from hell. He's going to be holding in main, so we'll see how this gets used. Shorty, posted up. Stun as well to peel away the left players.
They're going to look to fight
They're
over
going
this
to try
with
and
the
fight this
paranoia.
into door. Yeah, they are. The paranoia already sweeps his way forwards, but not expecting this one already. Distractions being played for. What is that flash? Everybody blinded up, and King, what a play to make. His team happy to capitalize. They swarm on the opposition. Smelling that blood in the water. It's a full defuse from Blows. He's got safety in numbers. He knows that his team has got his back. Pistol round, squared away.
Heretics are trying to come up with ideas, trying to create some pressure over there. But they just didn't anticipate the right positioning of these retakers. They thought they'd be right next to the door, all in tree. Instead, they're tucked back. Pretty safe spots, actually.
Yeah.
Being played by Neon and King there. And the counter paranoia does so much work. Here's that strategy again from Team Heretics on their attack side. Full armor with an outlaw, allowing Koshmaris to roam around the map and see if he can generate any kind of opening for them.
They should be ready for this setup. This is something that LEV do a lot on Ascent in terms of their defensive anti-eco protocols. King with a judge in A main, Sato just jiggling with the molly and cat. They've done their homework. They're going to know how LEV want to play this round.
The judge is a bit of a nightmare if you give it over. And boost smoke, cut in the gap.
Might be baiting King in.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for the judge, obviously, but it's also good for Heretics if they can
know.
swarm in.
Yeah, they're pretty aware, I think. And there it is. Another level of awareness. Sato just with the molly out, couldn't retreat in time.
I mean, the way that Team Heretics are handling even just round 2 here at a disadvantage shows that they do have an idea of what LEV are going to be going for.
Yeah, this is something that LEV have been criticized for, not switching up their setups too much in terms of adding to the playbook, being too readable. And it hasn't really been too much of a problem for them. They've usually been able to pack enough of a punch when it comes to the firepower that even if you anti them, they're still difficult to get through. Looks like clear homework being done though by Team Heretics here. Still, they are running out of time to make a play towards this. 30 seconds roughly in a round to work towards, and they're making a lot of noise as they look towards B. Trademark's going to be slowing them down potentially if it's not broken in time. It does indeed get detonated, so they're going to be slow to a crawl. 20 seconds remaining. Neon dominating control over towards main. Multiple players now spotted out. It's done a lot of damage in the process though, with that rendezvous peels all the way back to safety in time. Blood down to just the final few seconds. These players have been softened up. They got to get a move on. They got to get a move on. It is getting mowed down by Blows. Bulldog in hand.
Heretics with some nice opportunities to open, but as you said, the time being their biggest enemy there towards the end of things.
10 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
Blows is ticking on pretty early here to his Hunter's Fury, which is a difficult ult to get online early doors. LEV are about to head into their bonus. They can be extraordinarily aggressive in rounds like this. You will sometimes see them go for a tiles crunch. We've seen rounds in America's over in 8 seconds.
Yeah.
But this time, patient. And a good job for Heretics, because they weren't thinking about it.
Yeah, Rian's a little bit too far forward there. Nian's going to be caught, completely unaware, unscoped up, trying to post back up onto the line. Blow's wondering, what the hell do I do from this spot? Cycling for the util, but he's going to peel back.
He doesn't want to give away his position. He's a good Sheriff player, but this is a weak weapon to have.
Real tough angle too. It's not going to be favored onto that line anymore. That's going to be sent up. Now we're going to be pressured. He can't adjust it in time. It's a good slide. But Koshmar is going to be playing the rest of his team in.
Very simple, good round here from Heretics. Not trying to get too fancy with it. Boo's attack side calling was lovely at times on Lotus. He can mix in those very intelligent rounds. Whoa, what is that timing?
Okay. Pulling out a weapon though. It's going to be traded pretty quickly. Boo not expecting the spike would be there with him. Shouldn't matter too much in the grand scheme of things here. Team Heretics, massive player advantage. Post-plant looks pretty sublime.
Any damage, though, is good damage. The attackers are not going to take a lot of rounds usually on Ascent. So if you can put pressure on the economy by playing for exits, it normally pays off in the long run. And that's going to be on Spike.
See if he can do as much damage as possible, just the one.
Yeah, good updraft from Woot.
Yeah. Enables Team Heretics to take 3 weapons forwards into the next round.
It's very simple stuff. They just post up on angles and they're looking for the aggression to come into them. B-man default, go into a B exec, utilize your Neon to be able to put a lot of pressure on the side anchor. Usually though, Leviathan are going to have much better weapons to be able to work with.
A round like this, I see it utilized. Odin, operator in play here. We'll listen in to see what LEV have got up their sleeves.
Vou botar a garagem, guys.
Cypher tá pra B.
Tinha homem lá, tá?
Vamos rodar?
Saiam.
Quente M1. Cansei de fazer algo meio?
Eu tenho garagem,
Não,
guys.
tamo standard, Bruno.
Agora é macro.
É macro
Vai lá.
agora. Câmera do Cypher. Quebrou a câmera, quebrou a câmera.
Domínio,
Vai ter
né?
passar a vinha. Calma, tô no meio, calma.
Cuidado na King, eu
Se eu
tenho a B.
contato, eu vou bangar e vou abrir, Bruno. Se tiver close minion. Tô perto do ataque.
O cara tá perto.
Vamos indo pra lá, dá
Vou dar um tiro.
Varanda. Tome varanda, 2.
There's constant information being delivered out. Commands rattled, I think, from some of the sound cues that are being heard.
They're about to walk into Neon.
Neon's right there, though. Unanticipated onto that angle. The slide is the second layer to this plan. Trap might be sprung, but how the hell do you get past all of this now? King reveals his hand, but he's happy to do so. He knows that they're not going to want to wade into the judge angle, not too willingly.
He is at some point going to run out of these smokes. He's got around 20 seconds until another one can be deployed.
Dissipates.
There's a gap here for Team Heretics to look for a pick.
Just about 30 seconds down onto the clock here. 3v5 though. Economy's going to be pressed if Team Heretics end up losing this one and giving away the guns, but they're going to contact in as much as they possibly can. It's a good swing. Rians rips away 2. Now there needs to be a bit of a speed up here from the rest of the Heretics squad. Who's going to be TPing in, trying to get that plan down. Coverage! Got his side, Benji Fishy. Taken out. Bullet to the chest, and Neon is just unreal. He does it all, man. Doesn't matter what agent it is.
And we finally, in this match, get to witness the signature one. The Chamber. He showed you early doors his Omen, then his Jet, and now the Chamber that he's been absolutely destroying people with in Americas and in the Swiss stage.
Yeah.
Heretics seem like they're in two minds of whether to commit to that, but when Rians delivers you 2 beauties on a swing out A, you've got to at least fight for the round.
You have to.
But it did destroy their economy. So now they're on a half buy.
Money's going to be weak here, and it looks like A main's going to be pressured. Paranoia primed, ready.
Crazy to do this on an anti-eco.
Yeah, he's letting it loose anyway. Alongside the stun, the Molly's going to be burning him to crisps. Oh my! It's doing all sorts of damage now, and to highlight the delayed dart is that cherry on top. Heretics trying to really make it go a bit. Hold on, the judge not going to be good at that angle. Won't. Let's try and get involved. Now Rians limping away from this engagement in a 1v3. Spike is irretrievable.
What a risk to take for Leviathan. Going for one of their aggressive tactical plays into the eco.
Yeah.
Usually you don't want to play things like that, but sometimes teams will come in with game plans where they want to take the riskier option when they have a big advantage with weapons, just for the conditioning factor, just so that Heretics start thinking that that's a possibility. Because it is going to make the attack side slower to go and take A main, slower to go and take B main,
That level
if you're
of
worried.
conditioning.
It's a gorgeous tactic.
It really is. Delayed dart on top as well.
They are excellent with these tactical plays.
This is what LEV are throwing in that made them such a threat, I think. A lot of teams talking about who are the best in the world when it comes to Ascent. Santa looking bored. Elimination game, by the way.
I mean, he's such a showman.
He really is.
He's peering over at the Team
Playing it
Heretics
up.
players as they take their tack time out. Like, guys, you really want to break? Opportunities, they are few and far between.
Yeah.
You can't afford to let them slip. And here, on the attack side of Ascent, you have similar situations. You're not expected to win a lot of rounds, so if you get into winnable positions, you've got to be able to convert. With rifles back for Team Heretics, they just disrespect A main instantly. LEV are not going to run the same strategy again. They call the bluff and go and take this space, depositing somebody in there.
He pushed though with Neon. Cam's going to be spotting him.
Oh, Neon's stuck here now.
He is. Not too sure what's going on here. Just pot shots raining down on him. Players on multiple angles here. It's going to have to be insane reaction times. Call for the pause though. These players are still hard committed onto different angles though.
Yeah, he's always got his teleport to be able to escape here.
Yeah, he's playing within range this time. The bench is going to be close. Shoulder to shoulder, and that's just a little brief fire. Rians, knowing the angles like the back of his hand.
He was fishing for that one a couple of times.
Yeah, re-exploration by LEV.
Yeah, LEV want to make a play now. Down a player, what a response.
that's spam.
Yeah, beautiful.
Straight through, up the gut. Sado is also getting involved, just takes a peek, takes a head clean off, and he's Going to be risky business from LEV here. They're down a player. Looking to see if they can even things up. The drone is going to be met with a paranoia, but it gets the tag that they were looking for. King is in a lot of trouble. That is lovely work by Rians. Preempts it. At least the TP was going to be online, just swinging it way forwards. Blows has gone down too, and that's going to crack open the B side, calling for that immediate adjustment.
Sado's burned his ultimate there, thinking that it was a full A-pop. King even got lucky. He failed the teleport, and that actually let him survive. Rians otherwise was perfect with the Hunter's Fury. This might even just be a save round for LEV.
Yeah.
You don't have a clue where any of the Team Heretics players are, but with that kill, Sado twice now, just barreling into Heretics, taking heads, taking names.
Not quite entries, but he's just taking straight up raw aim duels. Still going to be the save though.
Yeah.
They're too far away to make anything of it, and King too low. But he's scoping out some of the setups.
I mean, playing for exits here is also really good though. Like, trying to do some level of economic damage to Heretics is what LEV should be looking for. Their money is still fine. Saving the op is all right.
Yeah, it's an abundance of wealth. Keep piling it all the way up here, but for Heretics, critical round.
And a round that showcases experience. How many times has Rians played Ascent to know exactly how to play that angle?
Yep.
And Kosh also, great punish on the spike as he's running away.
Yeah.
2 kills that are remarkably similar opened that one up. And despite Sado's best efforts, Heretics get another on the board. In terms of asking questions about, like, how many do these teams need? No idea.
Nope. Not a clue. LEV's defense is potent, though. Any amount of attacking rounds that Team Heretics can get will be good for them. It's even out immediately with that pick from Neon, but oh my god, he's going for a little bit more. Anchoring it down, holding it down over towards the staircase, but he needs a bit of a bailout, needs some assistance. That's going to be the fast lane. Try and help him out. Insert some of his teammates with reinforcements, gives him possibility of peeling back, but Rian's cutting it up, tight to the angle, not anticipated. Benji's right there alongside him, shoulder to shoulder, but again, snappy, magnetic stuff from Spike. Looking at a multitude of directions now, wondering where the next fight is going to be coming from. Boo, deep TP, past the line. This might be completely unexpected, but Neon has got his eye well trained on it. Waiting for the overextension, waiting the signs of life. Smoke, though, it's good stuff by Boo. Postured and pushed back up onto the line. Spike was just making sure to lock down the angle, and Neon's job was made simple.
That's a remarkably good defensive setup that they find themselves in towards the end there. Spike locking down B. Neon getting a bunch of good kills, but I've got to give huge credit to Spike in this. He throws a fast lane to try to help Neon, swings out to take the fight into Rians, closes the market door so that there's only 2 angles to hold with 2 players instead of 3. You need players that are willing to take a risk in a spot like that, and that's exactly what Spike did. Money pushed down again. Koshmaras picks up the Ares again. That's a preemptive shock dart looking to try to stop a drone that might be coming through mid.
Reem's going to be allowed full clearance here with a drone. Neon wants to post up potentially here. The dart actually not triggering onto the one side of things, but level of awareness now with a re-clear. Drone of their own going to be used. It does force the dash out. Who wants nothing to do with it? They're looking into a different spot. Straight through mid. Trip's going to be heard. Broken by Benji. Taking risks in a spot like this, but it's going to be spotted out by Spike. The stun is good with that connection. Sado's going to be low as anything. Hunter's Fury is used preemptively. This is just to peel away and help him out. This is the other side of the map. Just out of range, I think, from a couple of tags. Getting active and online, a jump spot. They realize they've lost control over towards mid. It's up to Benji to see if he can do anything from this pressure. Calling for reaction back over towards B, but Neon is ever closer now. Works his way in, bites his time with that shot! But they are put into the blender regardless.
They've always got a beautiful setup to play off Neon as he escapes. Whether it's Spike dashing in or whether it's blows on the line with the Odin, bro. They've just got these defensive setups down pat. You think Neon's the threat. You deal with him with the updraft, pressure him off the line but don't get the kill, and suddenly there's another one waiting.
One enemy.
It's an anti-eco. It's a round that Heretics are expected to lose. But they need to start putting rounds on the board here. We are getting into the final 4 rounds of the half.
Running out of chances.
Woot with the Blade Storm. He's 1-7. It felt like he'd woken up halfway through Lotus.
Good to see it from him. Big play, big performance, especially when he's leading the charge. The rest of his team there. Cutting it up. They spotted out where Neon is. The Paranoid's going to be sliding and gliding forwards. Another reflash and a play. That is good. Fighting out deeper towards Tree. He's going to be putting the squeeze on the anchor plays. Rosado still looking for the re-clearance. Benji right on top of it. Koshmaras as well. Inserts himself into the conversation. Adds another one to the tally.
Now you've just got to lock out these other two. Make sure that there's no opportunity of throwing away a 5v2. This has to be around there. Heretics secure. They're going to pressure out these players with more expensive weapons. They're going to look to go and save. It's another opportunity, Bren, where I think, you know, they could start to chip away at Heretics, but we're getting towards the end of the half here. 3 rounds remaining, and Heretics feeling good about this one. Woot even got to upgrade.
It's a big round from Heretics. Big pace increase up through mid. Taking it in multiple different directions. There were chances, I think. Pot shots from Lev where they could have potentially come away with a kill or two, but it was lack of hesitation, I think, that's the name of the game.
Yep. I mean, that's part of the reason why Leviathan throw in those early fights.
Yeah.
You know, the Tiles Crunch, the game 8 fight that we saw. They don't want the attackers to feel confident going for fast-paced hits like this. Normally, in more usual standard comps in days past, you would have a KO knife to deal with this kind of stuff. Now you have to rely on that conditioning, and Lev thought they'd done enough. In reality, Heretics are calling their bluff, and Lev haven't quite played as aggro on defense as they've shown at times in Americas. This round, though, they're very set for it.
Yeah.
Wood's positioning here is almost begging for them to do something aggressive through B main.
For the deep B push. TP's from Boo as well. He's going to get a lot of clearance up through mid, and it's attempted to punish, I think, of where Spike likes to play. Roaming and floating around the map. He loves the jump spot off the fountain.
Yeah, if Neon was tucked in that position towards close mid as well, maybe they could have got an early pick.
He's doing it now. Will Boo get the punish?
No.
A couple of bullets, yeah. Just sails past. Sada with the same setup. Molly in his hand, looking to send this one flying forwards, but that is the benefit of the Neon. You can skip straight past, you can disrespect it entirely! Koshmaras does not care at all. King, 2 for his trouble, traded out by Benji. Damage already being done. Pace being set by Koshmaras. Now we're seeing blows again. I'm going to play full retake here. Shocked up might get a bit of damage done, a bit of work. Koshmaras up towards the top, and he could play spoiler, punishing this one when the drone comes out, swinging wide. They're not expecting it. Forwards, blows, snaps to it. There's a couple of bullets left remaining. This is a 2v2 and the Spike is still not down. Heretics have got to make a play for this. They full commit this time. They successfully get themselves into the post plant. Still danger though, especially with this Odin spam. Just never know, you might just get beamed down at a moment's notice, but the double up is called for. Team Heretics playing crossfire setup, holding each other's backs. Deep dart. No tags, and the shot just going wide here. Benji Fishy alternating his position, now tucking in and calling for that 3-2-1 swing. Oh my! That a little bit too close for comfort, but at the end of the day, it is a round added up here.
11 health points separating Team Heretics from losing that one. But Benji happy about it, amps up the crowd towards the end. Kosh's done amazing, by the way.
Yeah.
This 2K is fabulous from him. He had the read early on of where Sada was going to be playing. You saw it. Round 2, in fact, where he was looking with the Outlaw and caught onto Sato. And this is another round with the exact same outcome.
Come on!
The finest margins, though, separate that round. A lot of pressure coming out from Blows and Neon.
So all the pressure now steadily mounting over the course of this series. It's starting to reach the pinnacle.
Heretics again, not dissuaded from taking this A main space early on.
They're rapid, using util. It's a paranoia.
King's got a judge, does he go for it?
They're not hiding their intent at all, but there are players that potentially could make a play. It's a no-scope into the smoke. Neon going fishing for it, doesn't actually find it here. Way ahead of it. Forwards now, that's a big reveal from the dart. Boo's gonna get tagged up, counter spam to find these kills. Koshmaras has got it. Drone's going to be used to clear this one out. Fast and loose now. It's the way that this is being played. Lev grouped up. Hunter's Fury now. This is meant to stop and punish. It's stunted them for now. Blows are being caught way out into the open, and that follow-up tag softening up King. Now we see the ult offloaded, run it back from Sato, is jumping down, eventually traded out, but he does claim the one! What is that by Neon? Finding these kills. Shrouded, covered up, how are LEV doing it? That is just ridiculous! Sato! 4 kills and around for him. But what the hell was that from Neon?
I guess just answering back, Pushmaris' blind kill over towards Heaven as well. Look at this. This is where the recall comes from.
Wow.
Combined with the flash. Sato's just done so much though in this round. Has the Phoenix ult, but it's these drop down kills as well. Just squeezing Heretics. I thought Rians had done enough with the Hunter's Fury.
Yeah.
But even when these experienced players on Heretics have a moment, there's one responding back immediately from LEV.
Last chance of this half. It's everything here for Team Heretics.
Another round where they want to go over towards A early on, but King, he's here. Instead of helping Neon over towards Cat, he's trying to stop that A push if it did come through. This round though, Boo calling a little bit of a slower pace. Prodding in both directions and getting Woot set up on that angle. Great punish on blows.
Attack side up though, Neon's time to shine. Points out the barrel and that gives him the timing to take. It's evened out almost immediately.
Blow for blow there, Woot and Neon. But Sato was the star of the prior, and if Benji Fishy tries to make a play, thinking that B's gone a little weaker without that Sova in position, he may have a bit of a difficulty on his hands.
There's diligence here by Team Heretics, just trying to pick away at the defense. Taking out the trip, slow going, but 45 seconds left. Benji, complete control of B main.
Spike drop.
The call is made, looking at end over towards B. The pressure is going to be on Spike here, alongside Sato. See what they can do in a spot like this. A lot of Utah waiting, but they've got those rifles trained regardless for it. Trying to adjust it in time. It's just the one leading it forwards though. Benji is all the way forwards and no one ready to trade him out, but that is a bit of an overheat. Spike setting it flying forwards. He wasn't expecting a couple of more players, I think, to just scale all the way in. It's a TP by King. Cemented now, rooted, anchoring towards it with the Judge in hand up towards lane. Shots fired, it's traded immediately. Neon straight there in a 1v1, but time. 7 seconds remaining. The pressure's on. A tap from Rians. A tap from Rians. He hasn't committed. And Neon with the read. Plays the time, peels back, and earns LEV that 8th round.
Switching sides.
Boo took a risk on Lotus, and it paid off for him in the clutch. Rians takes a mighty risk there at the end of the half, and Neon reads him like a book.
Absolutely absurd ending to the half. All on the line, elimination between these two teams. Plays being made across the board, but it is LEV with a sizable lead. The Leviathan lead like this will just be cemented with a pistol round win for Heretics. It's essential they stop that, earn it themselves. Looking for a bit of aggression down mid. Off the rip here, spotted out, Woot. And a jump spot, committed into this corner. Now a double face, double swing out, LEV. Sharper shooting here with the pistols in hand. Kushimaraso is not done yet. Picks up the upgrade, immediately going to be disengaging.
It's another early death for Woot. He's having an absolute nightmare. Needs to find his footing, needs to find his form. It was so important for them on Lotus, but now he's left the task to the others. They want to re-clear this.
The Tar just missing the timing on that one, but Neon, he's able to just peel back to safety.
That was crazy that the first ping didn't get him.
I know, just from the smoke dissipating, right?
4v5 and a re-clear through B main. They at least have that information. Allows Kosh to move over towards mid, but I don't think he's going to go for a challenge here. Looking to play things quite passively, Heretics.
Yeah, safe as anything. Giving up a lot of control up towards Cat, though, but Cam's going to be spotting that.
There's no paranoia for Boo. There's no real trips even to interact with.
Nothing to anchor them back, forwards and away. Big reveal. One way at least with the cage. Something to play off of Boo. He's trying to play this one close, cutting it up! It's 2 players. Blink of an eye. It is traded now in a 2v3 for this pistol. Koshimara's feeling like he has to go for this one now. Visually gliding his way into the fight. Spotting multitudes of targets, but it needs pure heroics. He can't stand up to it. The test that LEV are putting on display right now. Good shots from Rians. Shock darts at the ready. Gonna be sidestepped and dodged for now. The dart not revealing it. 75 health to work with. Double dab, leaping into the fray. Pissed around her tuck for Leviathan. It could just be the death blow. First nail in the coffin for this Team Heretics squad.
Everything has been going wrong for Heretics here at Masters London. They've lost to a Vitality team that they were, in my opinion, clearly better than in the EMEA. They couldn't win a pistol. Here the pistols have slipped away from them again, repeatedly. And their players have not found their form. The Heretics coaches have known misery before, but this is, again, them being plunged back into those depths.
This was supposed to be the tournament where things would be different. First seed, skipping the Swiss, but Heretics just meeting obstacle after obstacle. Not able to come up with answers. You contrast that with LEV, the way that they're playing, it's freeing almost. Jumping out of their seats, screaming, playing into the crowd.
They got to experience the other side of this too. They got absolutely dominated in their first game of playoffs, playing against Paper Rex here on Ascent, a map that they wanted to go to. But they still had faith today. Still left it available in the map pool as that map 3. And you're seeing why. Heretics have got the wrong read here. Went for a gamble stack over towards A, but Booz managed to slip the net. He is back in.
Well, saw him though, and they're going to be using Utah to clear him out. The stun, it's a good connection, but a right click could do the job. Gliding forward, Spike is more than ready for it. Wood though is buying some time for the rest of the team to get in. Hold on, the Sheriffs starting to light up the feed. Classic in the hands of Rian's also doing a heavy amount of work here. Doubled up, bodies out into the open air, being chipped away, whittled down. And a weaponry in the hands of LEV, but this post plant is anything but comfortable. They're not even in it yet. They haven't even got the plant down. Blows Uming and Arin, but now fully committing. Player advantage here to Heretics. It's a grand opportunity, but it needs a little bit more to bring it over the line. The fast lane's going to be causing that pressure. Spike fighting forwards, brought down anyway. The movement trying to adjust to the aim, but Sado left now alone. 1v2. Oh! It's misery and heartbreak again for this Heretics squad.
And it's Sado again. He runs Ascent. The desk was saying when they think of Ascent, they think of players like Rienz. You better start thinking about players like Sado. He's outrageous here.
The adjustment here.
Small reset of the recoil. And he's 17-7. Takeover game. Incredible in Swiss. Brings it through with a Red Bull clutch. And that could have been a lifeline for Heretics.
Really could have.
Instead, they're rudderless.
Fight's not over yet. They've managed to get a couple of guns. Silver lining being they did damage to the LEV economy.
But this is a bonus.
It is,
I mean, you should be able to win this one.
Exactly. And LEV, all those kills racked up. Sado has got to run it back ready in his back pocket. Rifle in his hands.
Woods tucked himself into a position where he has to be good for it. And he's been struggling.
I'm out of here.
Overhead with the dart, flash, the smoke is up. Paranoia is good to try and play this one all the way back in. Spike's in a bit of trouble. It's an ult immediately dissipated. There's Woods blindly firing. The reflight though over towards Cat, a little bit overzealous. Dash, Woods. He's not out of the picture here. He's caught in a corner. Waiting for the game to try and come to him. The cloud burst to play off of. It's pure brilliance in the moment. Unique idea to get away from this dodgy situation. Spike now being dropped down into their laps.
It's a huge round from the Team Heretics duelists. They've got themselves into funky positions, but Neon's dealt with.
Watching all of it now.
Sado gets cleaned up. I love that re-clear. You know, that's something that we were talking about so heavily on Split. Less so on Lotus because the game ended up being quite contacty, hard for the defenders to figure out where the attackers were going. But here, Kosh knows that they've taken tree. And that setup as he goes back in is beautiful. And Woot delivers. If we're going to be critical, we've got to be positive too when he actually does turn up. That 2K in A-main is exactly what Heretics needed. They still trail by 5 rounds, and that was only a bonus that they managed to dismiss. Here comes the real deal.
Wide face into mid. Like you said, here comes the real deal. It's money, guns, weaponry in the hands of these LEV players. 5 rounds being the difference for Heretics. They're going to have to claw it back 1 round at a time.
Woot is looking to try to get aggressive.
Fighting, he's dashed forwards. Taking a fight straight to them.
That's crazy.
Not sure if that's a misstep or what, but...
Must have been a misinput. No way you're dashing forward solo in Gelato there. Just maybe the nerves getting to him a little. Tucks himself back into wine with no exit strategy. He's got no dash, no cloudburst. Crazy position to play.
Try and fight his way out if the fight comes to him. Smoke up, bit of spam. It's going to go both ways here. Looking hunting for the kill. Sato almost on the mark.
It's the same defensive setup. If you go tree, Kosh and Boo are going to whack you with the paranoia and stun. But they've seen it once, so Lev pivot. Other direction. Low is drone in towards B, indicates this is going to be a B split.
But, sent flying by Rians, looking to cancel that drone out. Keep Lev guessing as they go into this B split now. It's onto the anchoring players. Benji Fishy, Rians got to do a lot from this spot. It might be getting some backup as well, arriving. 30 seconds remaining. They're calling for a pivot. A space taken by King. He's calling for the pack to move over. They have 24 seconds left. They don't have A main control. Sato is looking for a kill here. Out into the open. The utils are being held. It's a game of timings, and right now Lev might be winning it. But the insurance policy potentially played for. Hold on, kills collected. It's all on Woot. A main being watched for now. Pings out for the potential plan position, but it's a safe plan, and it's being watched for in the main smoke. Spike protects the VIP, and Benji is to watch in dismay as it all falls apart.
This whole game, they have not wanted to go towards Benji Fishy. He's just never had an opportunity to influence the game the way that he wants to. Lev have cooked up something beautiful there. That setup on the B split, and then the little pump fake making it really feel like they were going to commit. It opened up entirely the tree position. That same trap that they ran into before with King, with Kosh, dissolved in an instant, and King just walks on in.
This is brutal for Heretics.
Don't hold back.
Got to put together the rounds, the gun rounds especially. They've scrambled together a bit of a buy. Glass cannon with the operator, Woot. It's placed in his hands. Boo's not working with much either here. The smoke, cause for concern. Hyper wall, at least the Phoenix wall, I should say. That's a spam up straight through mid. Rians is caught out.
Woot and Kosh are going to feel like they have to make a play.
It's an alternate turf. Neon's just picking them apart now. To round 11, feeling inevitable that it will move to 12. Woot not going to get his chance here to take the shot. It is patience being played for, calling for the pause once more. Lev just making Team Heretics stew.
They make these moments excruciating to play. You feel like you've got to do something. You're down a couple of players, but Lev are giving you nothing. No information around the map. You're scared to peek any angle. You don't know where you can try to generate that return position. And Heretics are just forced to kind of fall back into a passive 3v5.
All defensive positions. It's going to be on the shoulders of Benji Fishy and Boo.
Benji's been asking for a moment to make his mark this whole game.
This could be it. It's time to shine, but unlikely odds are going to be stacked against him here. The one-way's already going to be deaded here. Alongside this cages, Sato. It's going to be saved up here. It's soaking up an abundance of this util. We're trying to play forwards and around inside the cages. A bit of spam forwards. Benji reveals it. Now his position's noted. Inside, gliding to the side. The trades are through and thick and fast. But it's all a feed filled up in red. Blood spilling out on the streets. And Lev find themselves up to 12.
The pause and the patience is so nice. There have been multiple times in this match so far where Heretics have expected Lev to lose control of the game and get a little sloppy. In clutch scenarios, they always think that they're going to peak. This is an owner team, first and foremost. They have that discipline to close out these 5v3s. And they have 7 chances to close out this lower bracket match and send Heretics packing.
It's all in now for Heretics. It's a matter of survival. They've got to drag it back 1 round at a time, otherwise they will be exiting far earlier than anticipated.
It was both America's teams up for elimination today. The region hyped up heading into London, but EMEA, first on the chopping block, is their #1 seed.
A shotgun. Oshmaris is praying that the action's going to be leaning towards him. The flash, he does not pull the trigger. Does not reveal where the setup might be. Stray shot, Woot. Jump spotting for the information here. Slow round being called here by King, just wants to work the map.
Remember last time they went for that B split fake and he walked in through tree.
Fast now, it's rapid onto the approach, but Fishy almost getting caught out into the open. Heretics certain themselves playing more anchoring positions, but the molly's going to be cancelling that drone out. He's not able to look for the information he was hunting for here. Heroics players need to step up.
And it's Kosh.
They're wondering where to step up to. This paranoia is good, but hold on, the TP to TP. Fake play. Pulls on these players out into the open. There's 30 seconds remaining. Hunter's Fury is picture perfect. Kosh is trying to divide of where the site is. Slicing and dicing, going back over towards B because that is where Shadow's been inserted this entire time. It feels inevitable. It's on the anchoring players once more. Benji and Rians, what can they do? Weak weaponry in hands, 13 seconds remaining. Time might be theirs to play for. Rapid plays all around. Rians might have just done it to save them. But King's doing the damage, it's all on Taboo. Backside, all to play for. He's gotta survive, he's gotta live. But he's bought him that lifeline. 1 round more.
With only a second on the clock, all he has to do is live. And Lev could not quite hunt him down. Riens, he delivered them a triple on Lotus and it wasn't enough. Yet they still pulled through. Here it delivers them a triple with a Spectre of all weapons.
Unbelievable.
And it's just enough. Neon,
Let's go!
Neon there probably getting punished by the shorty nerf coming into this tournament. A couple months back, Lev have probably already won the game.
Yeah.
Here's a tiles crunch.
Trying to make a play for it. Woot's going to be punished almost immediately, but Neon is position completely accounted for! And just like that blink of an eye, it's all gone so damn wrong. Leviathan, not eliminated today. The protagonist in this story, in this tale, the tournament run will continue.